The phone rang at midnight, and Armin froze when he saw the unknown number glowing on the screen. He felt a strange fear in his chest, like a shadow from the past was calling him back. He did not know that this call would break his heart and change his life forever. "Hello, is this Armin?" A weak voice asked from the other side of the line. "Yes, who is this?" Armin replied, trying to sound calm in his expensive apartment. There was a long silence before the voice whispered, "Your mother is very sick." Armin felt the world stop, but he quickly pushed the feeling away. He had not spoken to his mother for 5 years, and he had tried to forget her. "Wrong number," he said softly, and ended the call with shaking fingers. He walked to the window and looked down at the busy city below him. Cars moved fast, lights shone bright, and life looked perfect from above. But inside him, an old pain began to wake up slowly. 5 years earlier, Armin was a poor boy living with his mother in a small village. His mother worked day and night as a cleaner to pay for his school and dreams. She always said, "One day you will live in a big city and shine like the sun." Armin believed her words and studied hard every night under a small lamp. Sometimes there was no electricity, so his mother held a candle for him. Her hands burned, but she never complained or asked for rest. When Armin passed his exams with top marks, the whole village celebrated proudly. His mother cried with joy and hugged him tightly near the old mango tree. She whispered, "You are my world, my son, my only hope." Armin left for the city with a small bag and big dreams in his heart. His mother sold her only gold ring to pay for his travel and college fees. Before he left, she held his face and said, "Never forget me." In the city, life moved fast and demanded strength from him every day. He worked part-time in a restaurant and studied late at night without sleep. He missed his mother, but he also loved the busy city life. Slowly, Armin made new friends who wore expensive clothes and spoke perfect English. They laughed at his village accent and simple clothes during the first months. Ashamed, Armin started to change himself to fit into their world. He stopped calling his mother every day and spoke to her only once a week. When she asked about his life, he gave short answers and sounded busy. "Are you eating well?" she always asked with deep worry in her voice. "Yes, I am fine, Amma," he replied quickly, looking at his rich friends nearby. He did not want them to hear his mother's simple village voice. He felt embarrassed by the life he once loved so deeply. As years passed, Armin got a high-paying job in a big company. He moved into a modern apartment and bought expensive clothes and watches. His friends praised him and said he had become a true city man. One day his mother called and said she wanted to visit him in the city. She sounded excited and nervous, like a child planning a big journey. Armin felt panic rise inside him like a sudden storm. "My apartment is small and I am very busy," he lied coldly. He imagined his friends seeing her old clothes and simple manners. He was afraid they would laugh at him again. His mother stayed silent for a moment, and he heard her soft breathing. "I only want to see you once, my son," she said gently. "I will come another time," Armin replied and quickly ended the call. Days later, she came anyway and waited outside his office building. Her sari was old, and her face looked tired from the long journey. She held a small bag filled with homemade food for her son. Armin saw her from a distance and felt his heart beat loudly. His rich colleagues were standing beside him, talking and laughing. Fear of shame took control of his mind. He walked past his mother as if he did not know her at all. Her eyes followed him with surprise and deep hurt. She called softly, "Arman, my son," but he kept walking. That night, he turned off his phone and tried to sleep, but his mother's weak voice and sad eyes filled his mind. Still, he chose silence instead of love. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into years without contact. He buried himself in work, parties, and the loud city life. He told himself that success was more important than the past. Sometimes he saw old photos of his mother and quickly looked away. Guilt knocked softly on his heart, but he never opened the door. He believed time would erase everything slowly. Now, 5 years later, that midnight call had broken his silence. His mother was sick, and someone had reached out to him, but Arman chose to deny it and return to his empty comfort. He poured himself a drink and sat alone in the dark room. The city lights outside looked beautiful but felt cold and distant. For the first time, success felt heavy like a stone on his chest. Suddenly, his phone rang again, louder and more urgent than before. He stared at the screen as if it held his destiny. This time, he knew he could not escape the truth waiting for him. Arman's hands trembled as he slowly answered the second call. The same weak voice spoke again, but it sounded even more tired. "Please come quickly. Your mother is asking for you," the man said. Arman felt a sharp pain in his chest like a broken piece of glass. He wanted to say he was busy, but the words would not come out. Instead, he whispered, "Where is she?" with a trembling voice. The man gave the address of a small hospital near the old village. It was the same village Arman had left years ago with big dreams. He sat down and realized how far he had truly gone. Memories rushed back like a powerful storm inside his mind. He remembered his mother's tired hands and loving smile. He remembered the candle she held for him during dark nights. Tears filled his eyes, but he quickly wiped them away. He told himself he was a strong and successful man now, but deep inside, he felt like a lost child again. Arman packed a small bag and booked the earliest bus ticket. The city that once felt like heaven now felt empty and cold. He looked around his apartment and saw nothing that gave him peace. On the long bus journey, he could not sleep or rest. Every turn of the road brought back old memories and regrets. He wished he had answered his mother's calls years ago. He imagined her waiting by the phone with hope in her eyes. He imagined her cooking his favorite meals and smiling alone. The thought made his heart achy deeply. When the bus reached the village, the morning sun was rising slowly. The same dusty roads and small houses greeted him quietly. Everything looked smaller but more real than the city life. He walked through the village with heavy steps and guilt. Some people recognized him and whispered softly to each other. Their eyes held both pride and silent judgment. An old neighbor approached him with kind but sad eyes. "Your mother waited for you every day," she said gently. "She always believed you would come back." Arman could not speak and only nodded with tears. He felt like every step toward the hospital was a punishment. His success now felt meaningless and hollow. Inside the small hospital, the air smelled of medicine and silence. A nurse guided him to a quiet room at the end of the hall. His heart pounded loudly as he stood near the door. He pushed the door open slowly and stepped inside. His mother lay on the bed, thin and pale but peaceful. Her eyes were closed, and machines beeped softly beside her. "Arma," he whispered, walking closer with shaking legs. Her eyes opened slowly, and she looked at him in surprise. A weak smile appeared on her tired face. "Arman, you came," she said in a soft, broken voice. Tears rolled down her cheeks as she tried to lift her hand. He quickly held it and felt its coldness. "I am sorry, Amma," he cried, falling to his knees. "I forgot everything you did for me," he admitted painfully. His voice echoed in the quiet room like a confession. She gently touched his face with her weak fingers. "You did not forget my son. You were just lost," she said softly. Her words were full of love, not anger. Arman cried harder and held her hand tightly. "I was ashamed of our life and pushed you away," he admitted. "I thought success was more important than love." His mother smiled weakly and shook her head slowly. "Success without love is empty," she whispered gently. "A mother's heart always waits, no matter how long." Arman promised he would stay with her and never leave again. He wanted to take her to the best hospital in the city. He wanted to give her the life she deserved. She listened quietly and then looked at him with deep calm. "My time is almost over, my son," she said softly. "I only wanted to see you once more." "No, Amma, please don't say that," he cried desperately. He held her hand and begged for another chance. He wished he could turn back time. She smiled peacefully and closed her eyes for a moment. "Promise me you will not forget love again," she whispered. "That is all I want from you." "I promise, Amma," he said through tears. But as he spoke, her hand slowly became still. The machine beside her gave a long, final sound. Arman froze as the reality hit him like a storm. He called her name again and again, but there was no answer. His mother was gone, leaving only silence behind. Days later, he returned to the city with a heavy heart. His apartment felt empty and lifeless without meaning. He realized he had gained everything but lost what mattered most. One evening, he opened his old bag from the village. Inside, he found a small notebook and a letter from his mother. His hands trembled as he opened it slowly. The letter read, "My son, I saved money for your dreams. I never used it because your happiness was my joy. I am proud of you, always and forever." Inside the notebook were years of small notes and prayers. Every page had his name written with love and hope. She had believed in him even when he forgot her. Arman fell to the floor and cried deeply that night. He realized love cannot wait forever for our return. Some doors close silently without a second chance. From that day, Arman changed his life completely. He helped old people, visited lonely mothers, and shared kindness. He spoke openly about love and family wherever he went. Whenever someone asked why he cared so much, he smiled sadly. "I once forgot the person who loved me most," he said softly, "and I learned that success without love is the greatest failure."